Happy Devils Thursday. This is The Woo Report. The Woo Report. Episode 456 on a Happy Devils Thursday. It's actually my birthday today. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location, beautiful New Jersey. Talking Devils hockey around the corner. We got a prospect tournament up in Buffalo. Some players are overseas coming into the United States, possibly via Canada, back into the United States, into New Jersey, as training camp starts very soon. And I've got a lot of things to say. First off, thank you, Steve Engel says, happy birthday, numbnuts. Talking to me, thank you. I had a lot of texts, a lot of DMs, a lot of posts saying happy birthday. I'm one of the luckiest people on earth. Mrs. Wu got me a birthday card. We went out to dinner. I had surf and turf. I'm really happy right now. But I will respond to all those that have texted. It was a lot of people. Thank you. Dipset28 says, happy birthday, big dog. Yep, thank you very much. So here on my birthday, what was I thinking about? I was thinking about your New Jersey Devils. I was thinking about the upcoming season of the Let's Go Devils podcast. Season 9, very close to 1 million downloads. We are going to celebrate very soon the 1 million mile mark. We're literally just a handful downloads away. We're getting out of the off season, in with the season. Thinking about the Devils and what has transpired in the last 2 months, or lack thereof. But I will tell you, after reading all the garbage on the internet, don't listen to the gossip. Stop reading the gossip columns, especially coming from the Vancouver Canucks fans, about fictitious, mind-boggling trade scenarios to send Luke Hughes to Vancouver. It's all balderdash. It's all nonsense. It's a waste of time. Just think of winning, baby. Just win. Just win. This whole Luke Hughes thing is somewhat of a media distraction. There's no news. No news should be good news, but is it good news? No contract. Training camp starting. We talked about this on the State of the Fan Address. If you haven't heard, State of the Fan Address presented by pucksandpitchforks.com. Nick Villano and I went over and over about it, but there's so much hype, there's so much gossip, and we just, as fans, we lose sight on the big picture. I don't care if it's 2 years. I don't care if it's 1 year. I don't care if it's 5 years, Luke Hughes, or 8 years, Luke Hughes, or are they Jack and Luke going to leave in 2030? Just show me the wins. Show me the cups, and then we'll talk about extension and all that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, you got to get Luke Hughes on the contract so he can play, so we can attain that goal. But I'm just tired of the future. I'm tired of looking ahead. I just want to win, and win royally. I want the Devils to take it to a whole new level and build on last year. Sheldon Keefe's team making it in the playoffs got bounced. They start the season October 9th against the Carolina Hurricanes on the road. I don't care if Luke Hughes is signed or not. Just win that game. I want winning. I want this team to start gelling. Have you seen Simon Nemitz? His quads, his workout pictures and videos. The guy, I was very critical of him, still critical of that. I still think it's Logan Cooley was the better pick, but I got to give the guy credit. He freaking cares right now. He may have learned his lesson. Pay attention, consistency, effort, and good things will happen, like it did for the playoffs for Simon Nemitz or Shimon Nemitz, whatever you want to call him. I don't care. I just like what I'm seeing right now on social media. Lawrence, Luke to Vancouver for a pack of gum. Interesting. Metallander says winning may require a DNA change to this core. If there's going to be ever a DNA change, it would have to be the Hughes brothers, if you think about it. I mean, that's a major DNA in the core, but I don't think it's required. I'm just basically reading off a comment in the YouTube Live. If you haven't yet, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. YouTube Live is at Let's Go Devils. Facebook at Let's Go Devils Podcast. On Twitch at Let's Go Devils Podcast. And on X at Let's Go Devils Pod. Again, at Let's Go Devils Pod. Also, big shout out to David Decker of Town Toyota. Yes, that David Decker of Town Toyota in beautiful Ledgewood, New Jersey. Town Toyota, Route 46. I believe it's westbound side. All of the Let's Go Devils podcast members, if they want a Toyota, they just go to David Decker at Town Toyota. Get yourself a Toyota today. All right, so again, there's a lot of talk, a lot of analysis, what's going on. I just think these things are a distraction. I think the team is fine. You got a new assistant coach that was signed on early in the summer. I think Ryan McGill is out. I think this is truly Sheldon Keefe's team. They got 1 year under their belt. I expect improvement. A healthy Jack Hughes will help. Jack Hughes getting injured in last March, out for the season. But the team still marched on. They still got themselves in the playoffs. I think Timo Meier got better in the offseason. I thought he had a decent playoff series against the Carolina Hurricanes. More assertive, tough. And then in the World Championships as well, representing Switzerland. I thought Timo Meier, the experience that he got, will be a better player this upcoming season. Remember, Timo Meier, he does get to those slow starts, but maybe that's the old Timo Meier. In with the new Timo Meier. Metalllander says, the game has changed, Sam. Matthew Tkachuk and the Panthers have changed the script. We are not built right. You know what? Nick Villano and I have had a debate. I couldn't agree with you more, Metalllander. I'm all about the beef. I'm all about, you can't just kill him with speed alone. You can't be a one-dimensional team in the NHL. You got to have speed. You got to have mental toughness. You got to have that grit, the shenanigans. You got to have all of the above. Because for a while there, in the after the year-long lockout of 2004 and 2005 NHL season, going back 21 years ago, I'll tell you, the league became one-dimensional right away coming out of that lockout. It was all speed, speed, speed kills. And the way Lou Lamoriello built the team, he had, the three guys, Malakoff, McGillney, and McGillis, Dan McGillis, if you remember those names. And then mid-season, they just disappeared. Buried somewhere in the AHL, cap-wise. Malakoff, oh, you retired because we caught you skiing. Anyway, long story short, for a while there, the NHL was speed, speed, speed kills. But then it just started to evolve about mid-last decade where you need both speed and skill. And now, since 2020, you're going to need speed, skill, and a whole lot of grit. So for years, we thought, the enforcer has been phased out. In some ways, yes. The staged fighting is pretty much long gone, if you remember those days. But again, you don't want to take the emotion out of the game. That's what gets us buying tickets. That's what gets hockey fans wanting to go to games and watching games on various networks, various ways, the apps, whatever way you consume NHL hockey. But you need all the above now. You need to have all the intangibles. You need to have the analytics, even though I hate analytics, but you also need the beefalytics as well. You need it all. And you have to be well-rounded. You can't just be a one-dimensional team to the extreme. Now, you could be extremely good at one skill set, whether it's speed, skill, or grit. But you need to have that complementary diversity with your team. You got to do all the above right now. A, B, and C. And with the Devils, well, they have some youth. They have some veterans. They have some grit. Last season, Nick Villano thought maybe Fitzgerald overdid with the grit, but I felt they had no grit at all, aside from maybe Timo Meier, but he can't just carry the team on his back. So they got out Pesci, they got Dillon, they got all sorts of players fulfilling that role. They got goaltending right now. If Markstrom and Allen can have a repeat of last season, you're solid in net. And if your defense improves, with Shaw running the defense, now you build it out. Now you got to worry about, I'm not worried about the top six, but what about the bottom six? Top six, the only thing I'm worried about is the health of Jack Hughes. Seriously, the health of Jack Hughes. Can he play 82 games? Soon to be 84. That's another story for another day. But can Jack Hughes play a full season? I think he can. He was well on his way last season till he got hurt. An unfortunate incident with Jack Eichel, which I wasn't happy about. But just remember what I said a few times. Watching the Four Nations, I think that was a great learning experience for Jack Hughes. And when he came back, he was in a different gear, a different level, different speed, taking what he had learned, getting into the finals, falling in overtime. I think that helped Jack Hughes, just like how I said Timo Meier, I think it helped him at the World Championships. Just getting that playoff experience. That's winning, folks. And as fans, I think that's what we should focus on. Winning. Not this gossip column, but what's going on with Luke Hughes. Are you concerned? Oh, my goodness. What's going on with Luke Hughes? Luke Hughes is just fine. The Devils have the leverage here. Tom Fitzgerald, for all intents and purposes, can just take his time. You don't need to sign an 8-year deal, but if I were Luke Hughes, and I'm just speaking with Luke Hughes, this is my opinion, of course, are my own, I would sign an 8-year deal. Because anything can happen. You've been hurt twice, maybe 3 times already in your short career. Take the money! Take the money! That's what I would do. But I'm not Luke Hughes. I'm not his agent. I'm not his dad. But that's what I would do. Take the deal that Jack Hughes took it. Remember, Jack Hughes didn't exactly have a great start to his career in his rookie season. No fault to his own, because then it was stopped by COVID. Then he came back in the COVID-shortened season with different circumstances. Again, then got COVID. Wiped him out. Then he had a great season in 2022-23. And again, before then, he signed that 8-year deal coming off of an injury, 8 years, $64 million, which is a bargain right now. But at the time, the Devils did take a risk. And I think they're taking a risk right now if they're going to offer an 8-year deal for Luke Hughes. Reports are Luke Hughes, his camp want 5. At this point, I don't care. I have Hughes fatigue right now. I'm just tired of reading these stories. But if I were Luke Hughes, and it's just my opinion, I would take the money now. Because anything can happen between now and whenever. Secure your future, and you'll be with your brother for at least 5 more years. Dubs is like, the Devils need to spend much more time in the offensive zone, win the initial battles, take the pressure off of everybody. The rush game does not work in the playoffs. Take the pressure off of Markey. Look, your best defense is your best, or your best offense is your best defense, but whatever. But if you got the puck in the offensive zone, they're not going to score on you. Puck possession's key. You got to wear them down. That's where the grit comes in. You wear them down. You got the speed. They're going to be huffing and puffing. And a couple skill players. You got the puck behind the net. That's what I say. Lawrence poses the question, if Luke really wants 5 years, my question is, if this team hasn't won by then, is this build a fail? Well, yeah, I mean, this is really Stanley Cup or bust. I mean, the Devils, they tore it down. I mean, they ripped off the Band-Aid, especially after Lou was gone. They ripped out the Band-Aid. They ripped out everything, all the patchwork, because the Devils were good for so many years with all that patchwork. Ripped it off. The wound was there. Endured some losing seasons, resulted in first overall picks twice. Yeah, the second overall pick as well, not too long ago, a fourth overall pick. I think right now, whether it's 5 years or 8 years with Luke Hughes, this is the 5-year window where it should be about just winning. Take that next step. You got in the first round last season. Can you get to the second round this season? At the bare minimum. I would love to see the Devils in the Eastern Conference Finals. I would love for them to get that playoff experience and build on it. I do not want to see the Devils regress. If the Devils regress, it's going to be ugly. You brought in Sheldon Keefe to win. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's trying to get out of the first round. And that should be the goal. Get out of the first round. Get in the playoffs and get out of the first round. Forget about contracts. That should be the goal right now. And everything else will take care of itself. Winning solves everything. I know it's a cliche, but it's always been like that. Winning solves everything. But I think the New Jersey Devils need, or at least their fans, need to stop reading all this stuff. Unless you go to pucksandpitchforks.com or download the Let's Get Ellis podcast. But just stop listening to this stuff. It's a waste of time. Luke Hughes will be a New Jersey Devil. Quinn, is he going to stay in Vancouver? Probably not. He's just waiting it out. Devils have all the leverage here. Nothing to panic about. Even if Luke Hughes is not signed by the start of training camp, no panic. No panic. It just opens up an opportunity for Nemec and Seamus Casey. Because only a team win Stanley Cups, not individuals. All right, I want to thank all those tuning in to the Woo Report. Thank you for all your birthday wishes. Thank you for just all the kind words. We're going to be doing more of these. I just want to plug that I'll be down in Florida, in Cocoa Beach, Florida, Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, doing the Let's Go Devils podcast Sunday edition from Sam Bar, Sports Grill, Andrew Bunan's Bar. We're welcome there. My picture's on the wall somewhere, the Let's Go Devils podcast. Very popular down in Cocoa Beach, Florida. One of my favorite places to get to watch spaceships go in the air. They don't run away from hurricanes. They drink them. That's the slogan of the Sandbar Sports Grill. Just going to have a good time talking Devils hockey, talking puck. Yeah. So if you're down in the Florida area, meet me there. We're going to do a lot of pop-up podcasts around the Garden State this year. Also, we're doing weddings, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs. If you want us to do a live podcast, do Game Day Live or any of these podcasts at your cocktail hour, we are for hire. Email me at sam@letsgodevils.com if you're interested in our rates and all that kind of good stuff. We bring the fun, we bring the shenanigans, and bring the uniqueness, and we could stream your cocktail hour live here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. Yeah, we actually have a wedding booked this year. We actually do. Can you believe that? We're moving up in the world, folks. We're definitely moving up in the world. Dropping the podcast in about 20 minutes. Great to be back with you. I'm your host, Sam Woo, here on the Woo Report. Till next time, let's go Devils.